Habit, guys. Got live streaming here from Nashville, Tennessee. What's going on, everybody? I look kind of like dreamy with this background, right? The virtual background, like I'm glowing on the outside. How you guys doing, guys? Like we do every single week, we come in here and we prospect, show you inside examples of what we do. When we're prospecting, the ins and outs, and making it happen. So here we go. And let me see you guys. Who's here today? We got Carol, Donna, Dulce, Leticia, Steven. We got Tessa. So say hi in the chats, everybody. What's going on, Steven? What Steven is that? I know a lot of awesome Stevens. Tessa, I only know one Tessa, and she's awesome. How you guys doing? All right. I want to make sure here on Facebook as well. We are going live. There you go. Excellent. All right, starting as well. Steven, of course, man. What's up, dude? How you doing? Have you been hiding? I don't know. I haven't heard Mike talk about you in a little bit. So yeah, I'm up closer for sure now. For sure. So I'm so glad you're here, Steven. That's awesome. Donna from New York in the house. And who do we have in YouTube over there? Who's in YouTube world out there? Hey everyone, how's it going? So guys, usually we for the past couple months we've been going in with for sale by owners. Today we're going to start opening up conversations with expireds and having those conversations. And the first thing we're going to do today, we're going to go over the script together. I want to go over the script with you all today. Making calls daily. There you go, Steven. That's the only way you can say no to me, is if you're making calls. So good. I love that. But try to jump on those group calls as well, Steven. We've got a lot of folks closing deals, making it happen and get that energy going. But I'm glad you're making your calls. That's what that team's all about, man. That's what we do. So before we get into expires, guys, like we talk about every single week, make sure you guys are following us on social media. All right. Follow us on social media under Habit Guys. We definitely want to connect with every single one of you all. Remember, we're a team in all this. So I want to make sure every single one of you all, there you go. Like you got Tessa right there, Steven. You haven't met her yet, by the way. She's amazing. So she's in that group as well. So make sure you guys say hi to each other. So guys, yeah. I want to see. So Tessa, Steven, Brenda, tell me, who are you guys calling? Are you guys calling expireds? Are you guys calling geo leads? People on YouTube, who are you calling? Who are you? Are you door knocking? Are you calling your sphere? Guys, we had 2 students close big deals contacting their sphere. We had a student contact their sphere, their first phone call, okay? The first phone call got a listing over $500,000, okay? So guys, this stuff works. And just because you used to do it doesn't mean you're doing it the right way. Does that make sense? People are like, well, you used to date, so I'm going to stop dating now? Like, no. Like, you used to date the wrong way. That's why you're not married. So you got to date the right way. So there's a way we teach agents of how to talk to their sphere, expireds, geo leads, for sale by owner. So we got Mac End. You're calling expireds. Good. And you're doing circle prospecting. Good to see. And then what do we got here? Steven, you're calling expireds. Good. We're gonna cover that today. Tessa, sphere and old leads. Good, because you got that. That's low hanging fruit, guys. That's low hanging fruit. Carol, geo leads. Leticia, good. Still can't call non SOI in New York. Still can't call none. So Donna, is that with for sale by owners and expireds? You can't call expireds and you can't call for sale by owners in New York. New agent, and I want to start calling expireds and physical. So good. Brenda, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. So Donna, question. What does your brokerage tell you? So what do you do in New York? Is it New York State or New York City or a part of New York? And what do people tell you to do then? If you don't call expireds and you can't call for sale by owners, what do they tell you to do? Can you door knock? Can you do, I guess you'll call geo leads, right? And so Brenda, yeah, you're in the right place for sure. But I'm curious to see what New York's all about over there to make that happen. So let's go into it. All of New York, we can door knock and write. Okay, you can door knock and write. So yeah, I would definitely get into door knocking. Takes a little bit of time, but you get your cardio in, you get a 10, right? Get those steps in and have a lot friendlier conversations. It's a lot more quality conversations, and you promote other people's listings. So make sure you download our GeoLead scripts. If you go to habitguys.com/free, link habitguys free. If you go to habitguys.com/free, link habitguys free, you guys can pick up the latest scripts, and make sure you guys go ahead and download that. And I put the link in the comment section as well. I'm dropping it here. So guys, so that's why I wanted to make sure you guys knew. Link habitguys free. Boom. I don't know why this is not allowing me to. There you go. Okay. Now, before we get into the script review, I need you guys to write down. By the way, from a 1 to 10, 10 meaning you're using and sticking to a script. Tell me, guys, from a 1 to 10, 10 means you're using and sticking to a script when you're talking to people. Where are you guys? I want to see numbers. I want to see where you guys are at. From a 1 to 10, 10 being you're using a script and you're sticking to it. Okay, good. 7s, 8s. Okay, that's good. So there's some free flow there, right? But you're following a framework. Leticia, Carol, Steven. Okay, good. I want to see other numbers. Who else? Who else is there? Come on, give me some answers. Okay. I want to make sure because we're going to talk about that today. We're going to go over the expired script, and I want to review that with you guys today. Okay. 7, good. If it's under, guys, a 7 or an 8, 0, haven't started with scripts yet. More follow-up prospecting from the past. Okay. But make sure you follow Tessa. We have a script for calling your sphere. So make sure you follow that framework as well, right? Obviously, you want to insert your personality to it and yourself, but make sure you guys are following a script. I want to make sure you guys know this. Just don't outsmart the script. All right. The script is there for a reason. It's proven, it's battle tested, it works, and it also can help you with being predictable. Okay, good. Mac, I want to see that 5 go to a 7 to an 8, and we're going to do some script review today because you need to understand. If you don't ask the right questions, if you don't have the right framework in the conversation, you can lose power. You can lose authority in the conversations. Have you guys ever had those conversations where you're like, man, that went really good, or it went really bad, but you don't know why it did? You're just kind of winging it, right? And that's why exactly you can't scale in your business. You're like, man, what is it? It's like going out there to play golf like this. If you don't have lessons and thought patterns for your swing and you're just swinging it, you're not going to know if the shot's good. Sometimes you'll hit it bad. Sometimes you'll hit it good. But the majority of the times you'll just hit it kind of okay, but you won't know why. That's why having lessons, getting lessons and professional help's all about. Tomorrow, actually, speaking of learning how to talk with people, besides scripts, I'm going to do a masterclass on communication, on how to talk to people, how to hold people accountable. Because has it ever happened to you where you're with a buyer or seller and you're expecting things from them, but then you feel bad holding them accountable because you never set the right kind of deadline with them, or they're ghosting you, or they're not taking you seriously? And you're like, what the heck? I feel bad. Like, it's because you're not having a professional framed conversation. You don't know how to renegotiate with them. You don't know how to meet deadlines with them or set the standard with them and push back on them. And a lot of new agents or a lot of inexperienced agents in sales, they don't know. They feel bad asking questions or asking clear questions and getting clear questions from people, when in fact that's so important to do because it makes you an authority. It makes you an equal to them, because sometimes when you prospect and you talk or with your clients, they don't respect you because you just say, yes, okay, sure, no problem. Okay, fine. Okay, all right, okay. And you don't ask clarifying questions. You don't push back in a professional way. So tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to be giving a communication class at 12 o'clock Eastern. I just dropped the link in the comment section. So make sure you click, you register. It's going to be awesome. I'm actually going to give you guys the cheat sheet of how to speak how to renegotiate when you don't meet a deadline. And then if the deadline passes, how to communicate after. Like all these little things that you don't realize, you're losing trust with people. Remember, when you're late, when you don't meet a deadline, you're losing trust with people. When you're not asking the right questions, you're losing trust with them because remember, if you're a pushover on the phone, how do you expect them to trust you with a $20,000 negotiation at the negotiation table? If they don't feel confident in the way you talk, why do you think they're going to hire you to represent them with one of the largest purchases of their life? Does that make sense, everybody? Right? And tomorrow we're going to go over that as to how to communicate. It's not just scripts. No, it's not just, it's overall accountability, how to hold people accountable, how to ask clarifying questions. When you don't meet deadlines, what do? Like all these little things that you don't really think about, or you haven't been taught, and you're losing credibility, and you're not even aware of it. You're losing it. It's leaking from you. And when I do call reviews with our students, and I hear them, and I hear Mike talk about this a lot. Coach Mike talks about this a lot, where he has students just saying whatever they want to say, and that's one of the worst things you can do is not learn how to speak to people. It's one of the biggest assets you have is your communication. Okay. And a lot of you have never taken sales training before or presentation skills before and how to frame conversations and how to frame. I'm going to connect to a power source real quick, guys. So don't mind me leaving the screen real quick. But how to frame conversations, how to do all that. So it's so important for you to learn how to do that. And so that's why I'll tell you what they told me. Don't outsmart the script. Because remember, you guys speak right now by where you live, where you were raised, the environment you're around. So you are running on a script. Think about it. The way you speak right now, it's running on a script. Okay. So you are using a script. So people that say, I don't need a script, I'm just going to say whatever I want to say. Well, yes and no, because is the current way you're talking to people generating the relationships and results that you need in your life? Financially, spiritually, physically, the relationships, the way you're speaking, is it giving you that type of result? So that's why I tell everyone it's more than just learning scripts. You're learning a new framework of how to communicate with people. And there's a lot of sales psychology behind the scripts that we have. So make sure you guys go and download the scripts that we have. All right. Remember, habitguys.com/free. That's where you pick them up. All right, guys. We're always updating it constantly on putting sales psychology in there. And we take it from the best of the best coaches out there, high producers, high performers out there. And then we've sprinkled habits and behavioral science and NLP in there and a lot of frameworks in there and they're authentic conversations. We're not here to make you robots. Remember, okay? I'm letting you know because I need to say this to a lot of people because a lot of people feel like, scripts are just underrated. People, you guys print out 5 or 10 of these scripts and then you don't even use them. And then you're just like, I don't know, like stop. You got to understand get them and stick to one. That's what I'm telling you. Stick to ours. They're authentic. If you guys haven't been following me for some time now, that's why we love Red X and all that, because we understand that you got to speak to people in a real way. But real doesn't mean, I'm just going to really just be myself. I'm just going to speak from the heart. Nope. Because there's things I want to say that is not a good thing for me to say. And there are things in here that need to be said in the script that you need to say. Okay. So make sure you guys are part of that training tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Make sure I drop the link so you guys know. If you guys didn't get it, just email us at info@habitguys.com. All right. So today's agenda, we're going to do EXP. Expireds training is EXP, right? Expired script training. Because for the next couple weeks moving forward, I've been doing FSBOs a lot now. but I'm going to shift and start doing some expireds. And then after that, I'll probably do geo leads. So, but I want to do expireds for the next, at least for the next few weeks, to just for myself to get into a groove of it, because I've been doing FISBOs, right? So you'll see me go through it myself. So today we're going to review this. All right. That's why I love going over it, so you guys can understand what the goals are. But for you to go deep into the script, okay? Because remember, I'm only prospecting once a week. I do this as a part-time agent, and I put myself out here for you guys, so you guys can see the ins and out of prospecting, why we do what we do, the good, the bad, the ugly of prospecting, and all the little text messages and emails and automations I use. I share with you guys our CRM, all that stuff. And by the way, we're in the works of getting a new CRM soon. So be on the lookout. We're having some talks with a CRM company and also some virtual assistants, some VAs. So be on the lookout. Some trained VAs that we will train the Habit Guys way. So if you guys ever need VAs that know how to follow up and speak our language, we've been hearing a lot from our agents on that, and using Red X systems, right? That you're like, man, I wish I can just outsource all this also. But first you have to do it yourself. That's one thing I'll tell you. Don't think you're going to skip it without you learning how to do it. Then you can outsource it. So don't think you're getting off the hook. But a lot of great things happening this year, God willing, as to what's happening. Okay. So remember, guys, a lot of agents are going to quit this year. And the reason why is that because agents simply don't prospect enough. All right. And what gets in the way is the fact that agents have bad habits, right? We talked about this. The reason why a lot of you don't go to the gym, work out, prospect like you should, or even use the scripts like you do, it's because you have bad habits. You have an old way of doing things. And until you don't break those habits, you won't get new results. Because remember, that new person you want to be and the person you are right now, the only way to be that other person is to start to do what that other person does. Even though the results are not there yet, do it. And then eventually you'll become that top producer. You'll become that championship golfer that I'm dying to be, because I got third place this year in my tournament again for the second year in a row, and I didn't win, but I have to stick to my own advice. Third place, okay. First place is coming next year. Got to trust the process, right? So I got to just keep on hitting the range and practicing. So same thing, right? Tessa, that's how it is, Tessa. You just got to, and that's why we teach habits. That's why we have to teach them little by little. So you break those habits and use the scripts and have the conversations and become the top producer in action. And then you become the top producer in money. It could be 3 months. It could be a week. We have some students in a week crushing it. It could be 6 months, but it could be a year. But at least you're doing activities that in the next couple of months or a year, you'll get to. That's what it's all about, guys. All right. So Habit Guys, that's who we are. Also, check out our best-selling book, guys. If you want to learn how to break the habits, if you want to learn our program, just pick up our book. Go to Amazon.com and look up Habit House. Our entire program pretty much is in there. Our frameworks. It's an amazing book. So pick up a copy. It's our best-selling book. Just so you guys know a little bit about who we are and what we do, if you haven't already. All right. So, guys, take out your script here and tell me if you guys can see my screen. Share my screen. Tell me if you guys can see my screen. You guys see my screen, right? You guys should be able to see it now. Right? You guys see there? It should say expired scripts. You guys see that? The 4 bases, scripts. You guys see it? Okay, good. Make sure you guys download this, okay? Print it out like I do and have it in front of you. We use 4 bases here at Habit Guys. First base, second base, third base, home. You should always have a framework as to what you're doing, all right? So, Habit Guys. All right, the expired scripts. Let's go over them real quick so you guys can see what we're doing, okay? So first base, okay? This is first base. If the person, you may not have the right number. Guys, by the way, who cares if you have the wrong number? Don't panic and trying to be worried about having the exact right number. Sometimes you're going to have wrong numbers. It's okay. Okay. Bad data happens. Who cares? All right. I can't tell you how many of us have gotten deals because we called the old number, the wrong number, spoke to the wrong person, but we got a deal because we asked them questions on real estate anyways. Okay. So if you get the wrong number, you can just use the red script right there, right? Hey, so sorry. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, wondering, you know, check it out. This is the line. I was wondering, would you be totally opposed to buying or selling real estate? Boom, if it made sense. Great. All right. But the key thing is this. All right. So sorry. My name is Andy. I'm a local realtor. I know you weren't expecting my call, but do you mind if I ask you a quick question? You ask that for everybody. That's permission-based asking. We're going to do the same thing with expireds. All right. So this is if someone picks up, right? And it is the right number. It is a client. But this is the line. I know you weren't expecting my call, but do you mind if I ask you a quick question? You guys see that? All right. Now, it's very simple. And remember, and I put this here in my notes, it gives people permission to end the conversation before it even starts. All right. When you give people permission to leave a conversation, it evens out the playing field and you don't feel and you don't seem like a pushy person to them. All right. You're leveling the playing field by just asking that question. And then it says, all right. And once they say yes, oh, it's game time. Great. They just leveled. They opened the door. You're walking in now. It says, hey, I saw your property is no longer in the market. I wanted to know if by any chance, did you sell it, by any chance? And I want to know, did you sell it privately or if it may still may be available? Ask them, hey, did you sell it? Is it still available? Did that make any sense? Sorry, your property no longer in the market. I wanted to know if by any chance, and I want to know if you sold it. I wanted to know, and I wanted to know if by any chance, did you sell it? Did you sell it privately? I'm going to write it. Did you sell it privately? There you go. This makes more sense for me. There you go. Still makes sense. I know it does. I'm just seeing it in a different way in my mind. Oh, did you sell it privately or if it might still be available? Did you sell it private or is it, or sorry guys, is it still? Boom. Once you download this, you'll get it right now. So you know. I saw that your property is no longer on the market and wanted to know if by any chance, did you sell it privately or is it still available? There you go. I just added some Andy love to that, guys. There you go. Boom. All right. The house, not, that's it. And they'll answer it. And you want to know why it didn't this. And the whole point of this whole section here is to find out exactly, hey, why do you think it didn't sell? So the house not selling startled me a bit. Check this out. The house not selling startled me a bit. I was wondering, when your agent gave you feedback and updates every week, guys, that's money line right there. Guys, listen to this. The house not selling startled me a bit. I got to tell you the truth. I was wondering, when your agent gave you feedback and updates every week, did they give you a plan for why it hadn't sold and what they were going to do next? Guys, how that's so many levels to this. How much time do we have? This is so good. So much to talk about. Guys, why am I saying when your agent gave you feedback and updates every week? Why am I saying that? Anyone have any idea why I'm saying that? Any idea? And Carol, just download it. You can download it now. This updates. Once I update this, go to habitguys.com/free and just download it. You can get it again. Right, Carl, it has it in there. Right? Because most won't. Leticia, you're right. Heck yeah, it does. Because I am backhandedly telling them, bro, don't you wish your realtor was hot like me? Don't you? By saying, oh, your man wasn't taking you out to dinner every night and romancing you and telling you sweet nothings and taking you to church every day and taking you out to brunch. Oh, your man wasn't doing that, right? You guys see what's going on there, right? Like, wait, what? And taking trips? Like, what? What's going on? Like, real estate agents do that? Like, not the romancing part. The hey man, when you were talking to your agent and they gave you feedbacks and updates every week, I can't tell you how many times I've heard, man, my agent wasn't giving me updates. In the back of their mind, they may even say to themselves, like, dang, no, they weren't. Did they give you a plan as to why it hadn't sold and what they were going to do about it next? Right? You guys see what's going on there? Like, how cool is that, right? Let me show you how you should have been treated. Amen, Tessa. You nailed it. So you are backhandedly inserting yourself, talking about yourself, setting maybe a new standard for what a realtor does. They'll probably be thinking, man, I wish my realtor did that, right? So you're doing that, you're saying it without saying it. So did they give you a plan for why it didn't sell? And plus, this is a great time as to letting them tell you why they think it didn't sell. All right. Great time for them to tell you. All right. I can see 3 of you already on this script, by the way. Good. So guys, this is telling you exactly why they think it didn't sell. All right. Super awesome. I want to see if there's any questions on YouTube. Mac, what's going on? Michelle, you're rusty on the questions. It's fine. It's good. This is what we're going to practice, right? This is why I need to show you the script so you guys can understand the script and then use it. You got to use it. All right, I see. Now, if it sold, were you planning to buy something nearby or move? This is typical, finding their motivation or move somewhere else, right? Find out like why, like what do you guys want to do? What's your motivation? Perfect. I get it. Well, do you have another minute before I let you go? So perfect. We've already asked a couple of questions here, and then we got to ask another permission. So look at permissions like benchmarks throughout the conversation to make sure. We call it leaning in and leaning out, right? At the beginning, I lean out like, hey, man, I'm a local realtor. I know you weren't expecting my call, but do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? I'm leaning out. I'm acting cool. I'm like, all right, cool, man. You got time for this? You have questions? I'm being respectful. It's a lean out. All right. And then once they say yes, boom, I'm leaning in. I'm in. Hey, I saw your property was on the market. Did it sell privately? Man, I was wondering, did your agent give you feedback? Did they give you a plan why it didn't sell? No? Okay. Well, hey, if it's so, like, where you going? I get it. Oh, so I'm leaning in there, but now I got to lean out again, right? Leaning in, leaning out, leaning back. Lean back, lean back, lean back. I got all the songs now in my head. So I see. If it's sold, were you planning? I get it. Now, do you have another minute before I let you go? I have another question or two. Okay. Do you have another minute before I let you go? I have another question or two. That's what you say. You lean out, lean back. Okay. So your home looks great and it's in a great area. Like, why even sell this home in the first place? All right. Like, listen to the tone. Man, your home looks great. Like, why are you, why are you leaving? Like, what's going on? That's what you want, right? And then what you want to put here on the next one is you want to paint the heaven picture. Like, what's heaven? I was curious. Are you still considering offers on the property if it made sense financially? And would you, and you wouldn't need to worry about the process. And it was a lot cleaner. So check this out. I'm selling myself. This is the heaven situation. So are you still considering offers on the property? And you wouldn't need to worry about the process. It was a lot cleaner of a process. It was easier and you knew what was going to happen. Is that something that would be a problem at this point, right? You paint the heaven picture for them. And then before I let you go, can I make a quick recommendation, right? This is a time constraint that I love to always put in there, because you got to act like you have other things going on as well. So, man, hey, listen, before I let you go, that's great. You're keeping the conversation on edge, moving forward. You're not vomiting information. That's why I practice these scripts. That's why I'm reading them too, because I'm practicing them. As you can tell, I'm making corrections to them as I speak, because it's been a while since I've called expireds, but I will. Starting next week. So you got to just practice them. All right. So it gets easier for you to do. Is that something that would be a problem for you at this point? All right, great. Hey, can I make before I let you go, can I make a quick recommendation, which is going to be awesome? Check this out. The authority here is awesome. I love this paragraph. Check this out. I'm not sure. Look at this, guy. This is like ninja stuff. Look at this. I'm not sure if working together makes sense. Why is that important, guys? Guys, why is that important to say? When you hear that, do you guys like that? Love it? Like, what do you think when you hear that? I'm not sure if working together makes sense. When you hear that, do you feel good saying that? Right, McKen? Right? McKen. Thank you, McKen, right? Right? It's no pressure. Guys, exactly. You don't sound desperate. You don't sound all greasy with greasy fingers. Like, man, commission breath. Like, I get it. I'm not. So you're saying, man, I'm not sure if working together makes sense. We've never met. I've never seen your house, but would you be totally against inviting me over sometime this week? And while I'm there, I can tell you about a strategy that has helped out our clients sell their home quickly and for the most money possible. Then, at the end of our meeting, we can decide if it makes sense for us to work together or not. Because let's be honest, you wouldn't hire me if you didn't think I can sell your home, right? Like, how cool is that? Like that, I'm going to have to practice too. You're going to have to practice, but get that theme out. That's amazing. Guys, I'm telling you, yeah, it's like reverse psychology, but you're just giving them, it's like, it's just authentic because I haven't seen your house. You don't know me. I don't know you. I don't even know if it makes sense to work together. So how about I go to your house, check out your property. I'll give you a strategy that my clients absolutely love. And after, if it makes sense for you and I to work together, let's do it. And if not, it doesn't. Like, that's the way I would say it. All right. Let's see if we bid. Exactly. Let's see if we bid a good fit. There you go. So that's what you want to do. And then you can go to second base and all that kind of stuff and do, read the script there. But that first base is the strategy for expireds. And then obviously, if you get told no on first base, I have an agent. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Blah, blah. You go to second base. All right. And then third base and then home. So read the rest of the script, but I wanted to go over that for me first, for you guys, kind of first too, but first, yeah, of course, because I would have done it on my own. I do it for you guys. But also for me as well, because I'm going to call expireds on prospecting adventures moving forward for a couple of weeks, for a couple months. We'll see. We'll just keep at it, giving calls and all that. Then we'll go to geo leads. I want to do it by themes because I want you guys to hear it over and over and over and over and get really good at it and start getting deeper into it because then you catch things that we didn't even talk about today. So I don't want to spread it out every single week calling somebody different. And we did it with FSBOs for a couple of months, and that was awesome. And then now we're going to do expireds, and then we'll do probably geo leads or maybe some door knocking even. It'll be fun. It'll be cool stuff that we can do. All right. So that's it, guys. So I'm super glad you guys are here today. Thanks for coming out here. All right. So remember, if you guys want to attend the communication class we have going on tomorrow, I'm dropping the link. This is a communication class on how to hold people accountable, how to set the right expectations for deadlines. If you're struggling with luxury people, people with money, celebrities, people with attitudes or high maintenance people, this is such a great class to teach you how to set the right expectations, get clarity, set deadlines for people, as to when you're needing things from them or if they need things from you, to ask for more clarifying questions so you can earn trust from them, because a lot of agents lose trust from people. Or also you don't know how to pre-qualify leads the right way. And I'm not asking about real estate questions. I'm asking how to ask regular accountability questions from them. And then you're going to know if they're serious or not, so you can get in and out of conversations with people. So it's absolutely awesome. So I dropped the link in the comment section there. All right, for you guys. So get in that class tomorrow at 12 o'clock. All right, guys. And that's it. All right. So I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I will see you on next Tuesday. And like I tell you guys, just keep coming back. and bring someone with you. Guys, bring one person with you. Let's go. All right. Guys, I love you all. Steven, Tessa, you guys are awesome. And who else? Carl. What's up, Carl? Leticia. You too. Let's go. I love you guys, man. Look at this. You guys message me. You make it exciting and not weird that I'm just talking to nobody. Donna, Leticia in the house. Donna, here's the link to the. Oh, thank you so much, by the way. Thank you. I'm going to definitely check that out. All right. All righty, guys. I love you all so much. And there you go. Vinny, McCann, you too. Michelle from LinkedIn. Let's go. I love you all. Take care, guys. Bye. Thanks, Vinny. Love you, man.